Hi YouTube, this is Ryan's Journey. This is post-op day number 2. So I had my surgery on Monday. Today is Wednesday. It's still morning time. Um, Roughly 11 a.m. here on the West Coast. And doing pretty good. You know, I cut out my, they sent me home with Vicodin. I guess my pharmacy didn't have the liquid kind, so I got the regular Norcos that I have to smash. And we just give updated all the prescriptions. They sent me home with the Vicodin and a anti-nausea, and then something like a Prilosec, generic Prilosec over the prescription. But yeah, so I cut out the Vicodin. I took the last one like 1 this morning, and and I'm feeling more clear-headed now after all those drugs I had, so it's kind of good. I still am in a little pain, but mostly it's the one incision where they pulled the rest of the stomach out. And then, but the worst thing is that I have, like a gas bubble, feels like that big right here. And that's gotten a little smaller over time. It's gotten a little bit easier to handle over time, but it's still a nuisance. I've been walking around my house. I slept for a few hours. My thing from the beginning, I'd sleep for a few hours, a couple hours, then I'd go walking. I must have walked around that hospital. There's a certain little rectangle path I walked, and there was other patients there. They were very busy, and I walked probably 10 times more than any of them. In fact, doctors came up to me or nurses and said, they weren't my nurses, and said, "Wow, I see you must have walked 50 laps today." So I just kept walking because I'm not going to sugarcoat anything. That first day I had was miserable. I mean, I was moaning in pain, but a day later, all of a sudden I feel better and I'm going home. So, but yeah, that first day out, it was just the gas pressure. The gas pressure and the nausea were so bad. I mean, I can't even explain it. But nothing I did can get the gas. I was burping as much as I can, but I have not even once passed gas, the other way. But I've been burping, but I need to. I'm getting closer. I feel like that's why I want to cut the Vicodin, because I want to be able to pass some gas and have a bowel movement. That's like the most important thing in my life right now is having a bowel movement, or at least passing gas that way. When you have anesthesia, it shuts down your organs and puts them into a sleep mode, so you got to kind of get them woken up. So sedative medications aren't going to help that, but doing pretty good overall today. I mean, I think I got some emotional things going on. It doesn't help that it's rainy outside. Usually it's damp and not pouring, but it's damp and a little rainy. It's not perfect weather all the time here at the beach in California. So, but I did make a lap around the block earlier, about 9, and it wasn't raining. So if it clears up a little bit, I'm going to walk a block or two now again. But I've been just walking around the house. Like, picture me at 2 in the morning. Like, my back door is open. So if the neighbor really looked over their fence and in, they'd be like, "Why is that guy walking around his house at 2 in the morning doing laps around his house?" But you guys know how it is. So the walking's been good. Stop the Vicodin. After I get past some gas, maybe I'll do a little bit more of the Vicodin, but I'm not in pain enough now where I have to really go to it. I feel like I'm just going to kind of try to maintain without it. Liquids, I'm on a liquid diet for at least a week or 2. So fun times, but at least I'm not so hungry like I was before the surgery. And that's what before the surgery, I was so hungry all the time. It was just driving me crazy. Now I get a little something in and I'm okay for a while. Like I had a little sugar-free popsicle orange one. I took a few bites of it. I don't want to eat the whole thing. I just want a few bites. I moisten my mouth that's a liquid and then swallow little bits at a time. That's fine. Doing water, little bits at a time. Just keep sipping, sipping, sipping. This morning I did do a little bit of my chicken broth, just maybe 4 or 5 spoonfuls, really slowly. And I'm not really having any issues that way. Like nothing's really going in and being like, "Oh, it's got to come back up." I'm just being really careful. I did try when I first got home, and I'm going to try to give it some time, but I tried the Isopure, and it was the one I didn't mind as bad either, the flavor. I think it was the melon, the Arctic melon or whatever, and it was just rough, man. I could not even drink. It tasted, yeah. Water, but I see a lot of videos where you guys say water doesn't go down. Water's going down fine for me, so I think that's a positive thing. I do have some bottled water, but I usually just use the little filter on the fridge you see right there. Well, let me talk about numbers. So when I started this journey, my first appointment at the doctor's office, the surgeon's office for weight loss, I weighed in at 326. It's the highest weight I've ever weighed in at. It's the highest weight I've ever been. Okay. That was on November 18th, so a few months ago. Gradually on pre-op, I was down to 290, I'm going to call it 294. It was like 293 point. It was 294 was my weight surgery morning, 294. So that already was 26, 6, 32 pounds lost before surgery. All right. Just now, seconds ago, I just weighed. I'm 290 on the dot, 290.0. So day 2, post-op, 290. That's a total loss of only 4 pounds since surgery day, which I mean, I guess is only 2 days ago, so that's pretty good. They filled me with fluids the whole time I was there, so that took a while. I was actually gained a pound or two when I got home and checked, but so that's 32 plus 4. Yeah, so 36 pounds total. 4 pounds after surgery, so 2 days out. So that's the numbers. Feeling pretty good. I think maybe my head looks skinnier. I'm not sure really yet, but yeah, just that's really it. I think that's all I got for updates right now. But I appreciate all the support. It was overwhelming. I know I posted that little video while I was in the doctor's office with my cell phone. Super out of it right then, but you know, kind of getting some clarity back in my head now that I stopped taking pain meds, and I think I'm kind of coming down off them. So emotionally, I'm trying to get back to good because I'm genuinely a positive person, but I've noticed that coming down off these drugs, it has a tendency to make you want to be like blah, just lay in bed. But I don't lay in bed. That's another point. I didn't sleep in my bed last night. I slept in my recliner chair. The wife and the kids slept in my bed, and I had my CPAP machine, or it's actually a BiPAP machine for sleep apnea, next to me on the recliner. Had a little water next to me. Had the TV. I would just sleep for a few hours, and then I'd wake up and I'd walk around. I'd drink more water, take my pain meds, and just got through the night. That's been the routine. But it's been night and day since that first day where I was in the worst pain and the worst nausea. All I want to do is get that gas out, but I think it's getting better, the gas, as far as the amount of it. I feel myself burping a lot. Trying to think if there's anything else I can share. All right, guys, I guess that's it for day 2, at least at this point. Maybe I'll add something later. I don't know. I plan on doing some more walking today outside, and of course inside, depending on how the weather does, and keep my liquids going and keeping the journey afloat. All right, thanks, guys.